Well, even Mosley, 1,300 pounds.
Hooked.
The whole table's losing.
8 men hooked. Devilfish topping up for 20,000 pounds. And the fish now, I believe, in let's get even mood. He's not really stuck that much. Although he's probably looking at it like he's stuck a lot. Everything he's stuck today. Second session. All these players have a lot of reasons to take off a flop.
Yeah, we've got a nice solid hand, king queen, and 7-6 suited pocket fours. 2 hands with some really good implied odds. And Channing, the huge flop, flopping top 2 pair on a draw heavy board.
Neil finally went up pot, huh?
And Lewis.
It's the kind of stuff that Luke Schwartz was doing a lot, right? This sort of hand and this sort of spot, lead out.
Yeah, and just you have a lot of options that way. You can be leading out to end the pot right there, and you could be leading out to then turn your hand into a bluff, given a lot of different turn cards, river cards that might come. So it does give you some options, especially if you're balanced and making that play with a lot of range. And shocking check back from Channing. I can't imagine what the purpose of that check was.
Yeah.
And now I wouldn't actually be surprised if it works out for Channing, because this got to seem like an awful good bluff card. Figuring Channing's just on something like a 7-8 or maybe just some type of weak marginal hand.
Looks a lot like could Channing have been on the flop? I mean, it's bizarre.
You'd think a flush draw would stab. You'd think it's more like the weak made hands that would check behind, but as we turn out, it's a monster hand by Channing that checks behind. A really, really unorthodox play.
Well, obviously, part of the whole reason I guess he did it was in case Lewis had nothing, he could induce a bluff on the river. He has, and you know what I mean? I mean, it's a high variance. It seemed like a high variance check. He's folded. He's folded.
3 fours you gotta call. So you get at 3 fours, it's 50-50 to call. I kept thinking, I have 3 fours.
The thing is you don't really want to be checking behind in those spots, because the best thing that can happen is you induce a bluff, but you can also end up folding the best hand like you saw. And also, it's just in other pots in the future, if people know that you're checking behind hands that strong because your mentality is to induce bluffs, when you're betting...
I'm really confused. He might have misread his hand.
I don't know how that just happened, to be honest.